Good day to you people of the interwebs. Welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'll be looking at this guy. This is Arms Micron Transformers Prime Wildrider. This is a reuse of the Wheeljack mold, and isn't it a glorious car? Look at this. There's something about this. The paint job and the shiny grey plastic and the red clear windscreen just makes this look like an evil car. There's just the angles, everything about it. I mean, it's gloriously evil. Oh, the pimped out gold wheel trims. Look at that. That is just, I love it. I love it. It's got, he's got a combination of plastic, paint, stickers, just to make all in all just a really nice package. Just something about the Johnny angle of the Decepticon symbol. It's very sort of like Fast and Furious, but it's brilliant. It's just total OTT. A sleek, sexy, but deadly looking sports car. That's what a Stunticon should be about. That is very Stunticon. It's so Stunticon. It's got stickers on him that say Stunticon. Funnily enough, these stickers were used before in Transformers lore, and that was in the BotCon Stunticon job. These stickers are based on the Stunticon job stickers, which I think is quite weird. That Takara have gone out of the way and sort of like put stickers on from a BotCon animated set, but given them to a Prime line figure. But more onto that later. So yeah, this guy is a Japanese release, and I don't know, I'm from like the generation when we first got into Transformers. We didn't have the internet back then, so we didn't know about all these like different iterations of things. We didn't know about the Takara connection. We didn't really know about I didn't know about it. It can't even come to my mind. Diclone, stuff like that. We didn't know about things like that. There's always like someone maybe from school who'd been to Japan, or a relative had been to one of their relatives had been to Japan, and they'd seen all these different coloured Transformers and all these other robot things that are Transformers, and there's rumours about them, but there's nothing ever confirmed within just the school playground. Word of mouth of friends, and that's what we had really, just rumours, strange rumours, some of which turned out to be complete bullshit, other things were true. So yeah, he's got nice stickers, and so when I see Japanese releases, I get very excited for them still, even though it's quite really easily available now with things like eBay and stuff like that to get hold of. People are importing them all the time. So yeah, he does have his swords undertook here. Now these are very soft rubbery plastic. I don't have a problem with soft rubbery plastic. A lot of people just seem to really hate on it, and I don't really know why. Anyway, so these can either peg in, if you don't want them hidden away, they can peg into the side of this car mode there, or you can twist them around and having that face that way. And I really like how the curve of the blade really sort of like follows the curve of the car there, and I think that's really quite sweet. Or if you want even more deadly fun, you can peg them to the front of his car, which gives his car some tusks, which is a segue into this. Arms Micron guys come with Arms Microns, who are little partners for them. And look at this guy. He's called Uzu, I think. And isn't he just a delightful mono-eyed miniature mammoth? That is just glorious. He's brilliant. So if he wants, he can sit up top here, on top of Wildrider, and they can drive along and tusk people. Being an Arms Micron thing, he does convert or transform, I believe that's what the children are calling it nowadays. So this flips up around, this flips back, and then we pull back, we push this up here, and he becomes a freaking grenade launcher. That is just amazing. I just really love that as a weapon. That is just a great Transformer weapon. So anyway, let's get Wildrider transform, shall we? This is a fun transformation. It's relatively simple, but there's enough twists and turns and clicks and pegging in that just kind of makes it interesting, just makes it, you know, fun. This is transformation fun. So, you know, kind of things just like slip and slide and push up and turn around and kind of do things that they do. Explaining transformations is sometimes it's not easy. So yeah, the kind of things flip and slide is a place. This is, I mean, I've always been worried about priming with figures because the plastic quality hasn't been great on some, but on others it's been okay. So I was a bit worried getting this guy that he's plastic and it'd be, you know, a bit substandard. But it's not. This is actually really a good quality plastic on this toy. And just I really love the engineering. I'll just say that now while I'm mangling this transformation. So yeah, he's got enough interesting things about him so we can multitask at the same time as bring in a transformation into work. There we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, he's fun. He's a lot of fun. And then we could do whatever you like with this. And then for some reason he's got the plastic. These wings are soft plastic as well. So technically he's got a soft top, and I like that. But there we go. There is Wildrider in his robot mode. This, he's brilliant. I just really dig it. There's not one bit that I look at that I go, Wheeljack. Maybe that's because I never really was fond of the concept of Wheeljack being a sword-wielding wrecker. So yeah, I never really paid much attention to his figure. So, you know, when a repaint isn't really a repaint when you've never owned the figure that it's a repaint on. So, you know, this was a fresh mold to me, and I just absolutely just adore it. They have done the stupid thing where they've, you know, his head is made for light piping, but then they've painted over his eyes. But they've painted over the eyes into this brilliant piercing gold that I just, yeah, it's just really like it. So he can hold his swords if he wants. We can also store them into his back here, and then he can hold his grenade launcher. Fortunately, it can get a bit heavier for him to hold it in these arms, but you know, it's a little bit unstable. But because it's blessed with all these absolutely, you know, just posts all over the place, and that he's got, you know, some great arm articulation, especially with the ball jointed and pivoting wrists, that he can. I say he can, maybe not while I'm on camera, but he can bring it to bear, and he can hold it like that. He can, you know, two-handed job. So he's like Wildrider becomes like this like a Stunticon heavy weapons specialist, and he's glorious because, you know, it gives his weapon a bit more validation. It's not the biggest Transformers weapon in the world, you know, not by a long shot, but the fact that he can, you know, he holds it in two arms just scares, yeah, this weapon packs a punch, this weapon has recoil, and I really like that kind of just that extra bit of feature on that. The head sculpt, I keep saying, it's gorgeous. It is just so, it's got that essence that it is in Prime, but it's kind of, there's enough features about it, there's enough kind of almost caricature to it that, yeah, it's continuity straddling. So you could use this if you stood him next to your animated figures. You wouldn't go, oh, that guy's not an animated figure. He could pass into his animated figure, especially with a Stunticon job stickers on him. So you could, you know, if you wanted to, if you were one of the few people who own the Botcon, Stunticon job animated figure, and you're one of the few people who dislike the idea of Wildrider slightly towering over Motormaster, you could replace your, you know, let's get specific here. I like that. Just some stickers just make this, so it's just like a sort of very specific, narrow group of Transformer nerds. I quite like that. So yeah, if you dislike your lockdown Wildrider and you wanted to replace him, you could just have this guy in your Stunticon set if you were one of the few lucky people enough to have the Stunticon Botcon set, which I don't. But yeah, I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't, you know, I could put this next to any of my Transformer figures. I could put this next to some of my high-end third-party figures, and I wouldn't feel embarrassed for him to be next to them, because it is just sound engineering, a brilliant head sculpt. The plastic quality is fantastic. He's got a lovely little, you know, adorable mammoth partner who turned into just this awesome grenade launcher. So it's a lovely thing, and it's kind of, I kind of like that idea with having the, especially if he's like facing off against some of my fans' Project Dinobots with their little guys who turn into weapons. It kind of fits into that theme there. So yeah, he's a great figure, and I am biased towards Wildrider. Wildrider's always been one of my, you know, one of my bros since my childhood. So you know, I am always going to be slightly biased towards him. But when you produce something that's designed, you know, so well and produced so well, and it's just, thank you to Takara for making this figure. That's all I've got to say on that. So join me next time for Transformer of the Week, where we'll have another toy and we'll gush about how great it is, because that's how we roll around here. So until then, take care of each other.